Welcome back. Let's proceed to second episode of C V Raman, the scientist behind office files. What happens when our dream and our reality don't match? When the mind wants discovery, but life hands us duty. When curiosity burns inside us, but the days are buried under files. So, this is not the story of a man who chose science easily. This is the story of a man who chose it quietly. That was Raman. He wanted to be a scientist, but life gave him a government job in the Indian Finance Department, where he walked over long corridors, high ceilings, and the walls that echoed with footsteps but not with ideas. On his desk, he used to have files stacked like silent judges and the numbers that are marked in strict columns. Apart from those, the deadlines, the rubber stamps, ink stained papers, and the rules showed no curiosity. For Raman, this was not the world of waves or light, but for him it was the world of order where Raman never complained and worked efficiently. To his colleagues, he was just an officer, but inside he was totally different. While others saw files, Raman saw patterns. While others calculated money, Raman thought about physics. In meetings, his body was present, but mind traveled vibrations to frequencies and to the mysteries of nature. Sometimes, while signing documents, he paused, not because he was confused, but because a question crossed his mind. It was nothing but a scientific question, and then again he used to return back to the files. As dreams don't get lunch breaks, Raman's real day began. When the office lights went off, Raman used to walk long distances, sometimes as miles too small. Modest laboratories were not funded, institutions not supported by grants, but paid by his own salary. The salary earned from him that trapped him. He bought equipment instead of comforts. Raman used to walk long distances, sometimes as miles too small. Modest laboratories were not funded, institutions not supported by grants, but paid by his own salary. He bought equipment instead of comforts, books instead of luxuries, instruments instead of rest. While city rested, Raman experimented and observed the light passing through materials, sound traveling through solids, and nature speaking in whispers. Raman listened to those whispers, but belief sometimes shattered. There were nights of exhaustion, moments of doubts, and sometimes asked himself, am I wasting my time? Will anyone ever notice this work? Can science survive inside the clerk's routine? No mentor stood beside him. No headlines mentioned his name. Only silence. And yet, he returned the next night because passion doesn't ask for permission. Outside his lab, the world moved on. People chased promotions, recognition, and comfort. They believed science requires big labs, big funding, and big approval. But Raman had none of this, but had discipline, his own motivation, and inspiration. The kind that shows up even when nothing seems to work. Most people wait for the right time, but Raman worked even in the wrong conditions. Most people wait for encouragement. Raman continued without it because history is not written by those who wait, but by those who persist silently. Nature doesn't care about job titles. It just listens only to curiosity. and Raman was always asking questions. This phase of Raman's life teaches us something timeless. Discipline matters more than motivation. Consistency matters more than comfort. Belief matters more than recognition. We don't need ideal conditions to begin. We need courage to continue. The world didn't know him yet. No awards, no fame, no applause. But nature was always listening. And soon, one simple question about the sea would shake the foundations of science. In the next episode, we will see about this. A curious observation on ocean waves leads to a discovery that would earn Raman a place among the greatest scientists in history. Thank you.